Today's episode, I'll be breaking down the push-ups along with the regressions all the way to the progressions, how I personally implement into my program at the moment, along with some additional benefits you get from the push-ups. So first of all, why do you want to do the push-up? What are some benefits? One of the main ones is basically that you could drive a lot of protraction in the movement. So a lot of bench presses and lifts where you're basically against a bench. A lot of people, they tend to do shoulders down and back, which I understand for certain lifts, but I like to personally explore protraction and really reaching on the push-up. It seems like the most logical lift to be able to explore those movement options, so that's what I do. And this is gonna make your shoulders feel a lot better. It's gonna fire the serratus, and you're gonna feel so much better. Another benefit of the push-up is open hand strength. So you're basically spreading your fingers as much as you can, and this is basically something you don't really get from a lot of pushing exercises. Most of the lifts we do in the gym overall, you're basically gripping onto this 1-inch bar, or maybe 1.5. And over time, there could be some overuse. So with the push-up, you could explore other movement options in the hand and you could feel a lot better. So let's just start with the regressions. For somebody who can't do a push-up, somebody who's, let's say, very overweight or on the heavier side, you could basically get into a Smith machine. This is the simplest way. And basically the Smith machine has numbers on it. So you could start with a high number like a 7. You could have it roughly at your belly button height. And you could do it like so. You want to keep your whole body straight, so I'm not pushing my hips back. Keep the whole body straight. Make it touch your chest. Keep the elbows nice and tucked. Once you could get roughly 10 to 15 reps, and you're really owning it, you're pausing at the top and the bottom. Notch it down. And then you'll be on your way. Then eventually you're doing the bottom setting of the Smith, and this is pretty close to the floor. And then eventually, you can go on the floor. If that seems like too much of a transition from the bottom of the Smith to the floor, no problem. You could go down regular, and then you could go on your knees to come up. And then once that becomes easy, once you're able to do a lot like this, you could do the basic full range, really reach to the top. So that's basically how I like to do the regressions. But now what happens when the basic push-ups get too easy? What happens when you could do 20, 30, all the way up to 50 reps in a row? This is when I like to basically do banded push-ups. And I like banded because it's so much easier to set up and you could do them off basic blocks. Myself personally, I like to use a band because I could drive more protraction and it's really easy to set up. It's very light, but I could get a lot of tension out of it and I could easily just pack this into my bag. So all you're gonna do, take the band, you're gonna put it around your back like so. So I don't have it too low, I don't have it too high. It's right aligned with the rear delt. From here, me personally, I like to have my hands off of it. It's a personal preference, okay? My whole body's straight, and then from here, I'm gonna go down, drive up. So I could really get a deep stretch in this with the reach. So, you do that exercise, your pecs will get fired, you're gonna feel some front delts, your triceps are gonna get smoked, and it's a great exercise overall. So that's personally how I do it with the push-up. That's how I do the regressions. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. How do you personally load the push-ups? Do you even have the push-up in your program right now? And as far as the last progressions, if you could eventually reach a point where you're using some really serious band tension, you'll be well off. Myself, I'm using like a purple band. I'm doing sets of 10 to 15 reps. So I've upped my rep bracket on the push-ups. I personally don't do low rep push-ups. Everything I do is in the 10 to 15 range. And eventually in the future, I might even up it to up to 20 reps. So that's how I implement it. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel. See you guys soon.